What is going on, Earth2 enthusiasts, novice, and everyone in between? I've got some late night purchases to be making. I wanted to show you some of the tactics that I use, and I've shown you guys some of the tactics that I've used to do things like finding resources and heavily trafficked areas where there's a lot of foot traffic, a lot of density. But I wanted to show you, again, some more examples of how I find what I think are really great places to buy, regardless of what the prices are in Earth2. I think for the foreseeable future, until this really goes mainstream and becomes oversaturated, there are going to be an abundance of opportunities. So a lot of these principles are things that can continually be applied. So don't pay too much attention as to what the prices are, but just the theory and the strategy behind it. And it will adapt and it will evolve because more phases are coming out, land classes, all these variables that are coming out, and a lot of stuff, as I mentioned in other videos, that we aren't even aware of yet. So let's start off with what I'm looking to do right now. I'll show you what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, so you understand a little bit how my brain works. All right. If you guys are not familiar, this is my account that I have set up, basically the referral code that I have. If you guys use that referral code, I am deeply appreciative of that. That goes to this account. This account is dedicated to you guys. So from this account, your referral money comes in here. I then use your referral codes to make my purchases. And then I also give away all of the land that I have in this account. So everything that I purchase with your money is given away once a week to a lucky winner. Last week was Charles. The week before that was Ahmed. And then also I use your referral codes every time I make a purchase. So fill out the contact form. There'll be a link in the show notes, and that will enter you into both of those. So you fill out that contact form. Not only will I send you some great snazzy information before I have time to make a YouTube video about it, but I will also potentially use your referral code and potentially give you some free land. So what are we doing? I'm looking at the country prices. So in case you're new, and this is a great video if you're new, allows you to jump right into some higher level strategy. I think I haven't seen anybody discussing this kind of stuff, but I'm going to click on the countries, brings me here. I'm going to jump all the way to like page 10. Once you get into like 11, 12, and 13, I've mentioned this in other videos, the prices aren't accurate or the land is still restricted. Like you'll see this 10-cent land, this stuff is all restricted, so you can't buy it. No bother even, there's no sense in even looking at it because you can't buy it. Puerto Rico, for instance, I know this price has been inaccurate for a long time. I don't know why it stays inaccurate. It looks like it's 12.5 cents. It's not. It's like $4 or something. So in any case, what I'm looking for right now is I'm looking for either someplace that has a lot of land and probably going to have a lot of resources, or I'm going to look for some place that has a lot of traffic, especially a place that has, like I know is a more developed country that has a decent population, a lot of traffic, and especially a lot of internet users. So definitely a more modern country. Islands, I'm not really a big fan of because they don't have a lot of land. They don't typically have a whole lot of people. I mean, internet usage is here or there, but let's see what we can find here. So we're looking for big land. Niger has some big land. Gabon, I've got some Gabon already. Guyana, no, so that's Guinea. Tonga, that's a small country in Africa. I want some of that as well. Okay, so this is interesting. Belarus. I already own some Belarus. I like Belarus because Belarus it's either Western Asia or Eastern European. I'm not really sure. Doesn't really matter. But I also know that the capital of Belarus is Minsk. So let's look up Minsk, all right? Well, first, let me verify the price. All right, so I'm going to open up a new tab, and I'm going to check out Minsk. All right, now Minsk is the capital of Belarus. As I mentioned, I'm a little familiar with Minsk because I have purchased a bit of Minsk. I'm surprised it's still cheap because from what I understand, the Russians are very fond of Minsk. And verifying the price, okay, it's 37 cents. That's what it's telling us here, 36.9, so 37 cents. So the price is accurate. Now let's open up another tab and do a little bit of research on Minsk. Now I'm going to look for Minsk traffic map. All right. Now why am I looking at the traffic? Well, I don't know what time it is in Minsk right now. Let's see. Another. All right. It is 10 a.m. So it is 10 a.m. on a Friday in Minsk. Right now it is 2 a.m. on a Friday in the U.S. in Florida, where I am. So that means that there are people, while it probably isn't the peak of traffic, we should still be able to see get an idea of where there is a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic means a lot of people, means shopping plazas and schools and whatever else. There's a lot of people. So now the strategy is, and now the two main strategies, I'm going to discuss this in other videos, two main strategies that I go for right now: resources and eyeballs. Resources, self-explanatory, gold and oil, whatever, lumber, whatever you're going to find, natural resources. Now, obviously, if I'm going to a city, I can't expect there to be a whole lot of oil and timber, but I'm going to have a lot of eyeballs. And eyeballs are good because in Earth2, you will eventually be able to basically rent out your space for advertising. There's going to be some kind of an advertising passive income generation ability. And I go into this in more detail in other videos, but just trust me. Actually, check out those other videos and check out the beginner series if you are a beginner. But just trust me that a highly trafficked area or a place with a lot of resources, that's what I'm focusing on, and that's what I recommend you focus on. So as we can see, all the green roads are pretty prevalent, and that's obviously where there's a lot of not much traffic, I should say, but we're looking for the red and the orange areas. Now, if you see a traffic accident right here, that doesn't, that might tell you that there is some traffic there, but it also might only be congested because there's an accident there. So if you see any of those, maybe leave that area for a little bit, but this is actually at least going to give us an idea of where to start looking. All right, so we've got some orange, we got this mall, Outletto Mall, sounds like an outlet mall. And you notice how we've got this orange right here. So that's the first thing I'm going to try to look at. Now I'm going to flip it to the map view just so I can get something that's as comparable as possible. Bear with me if this takes a little while, bouncing back and forth. Let me close this tab so I don't get confused anymore. All right, so we got this little notch in the road. Already saw that. So we've got it somewhere around here. And now let's switch it over to satellite now that we're closer. And I'm guessing this is the mall. No, it's an outlet mall, so maybe it's going to be open air. All right, you know what? Let's go back over here. Switch to satellite view just to confirm, because we want to make sure we're not buying up the wrong building. Yep, that is the mall. All right, so here we go. Not a lot of purchases. Look at that. There's only 4 tiles purchased right there. So that's definitely a good buy in my opinion. Let's see what else we can find in Minsk. Let's go back to the more simple map. Let's look around for some red or orange areas. See a lot of congestion over here. I see a museum, tourist sections. Let's see what else we got. Oh, zoom in a little bit, we see a lot more. All right, so this area has a good amount of orange and red. I've got some red right here. Let's see if we've got any buildings around here. All right, so we've got red, and this looks like, assuming they drive on the right-hand side of the road, which I'm going to assume, they are congested coming up here. So I'm assuming that means that this is an exit that a lot of people get off on. As you see, driving on the right-hand side of the road, here's an exit, gets congested right here. That means a lot of people are getting off around this area. So what's around this area? Is it a lot of houses? Well, if it's congested this much in the morning, probably not a lot of people going home in the morning, right? So this is probably people going to work, probably people going to school, people shopping. Shopping's good. We got a lot of different people coming into the area. Look at this. We got a shopping cart. So what is this? This looks like a nice little place to be purchasing some stuff. So as you can see, congestion here, that means there's something going on. A lot of people coming through this area. So again, this one won't be too hard to find. It's not that hard. That's not that far from our other place. So I'm going to switch back to map just so it's easier. And we're going to come down here. We got high school. There is some labeling that is somewhat helpful. And then I recognize these 3 circular buildings. And there we go. There's the building. Is that the building we were looking at? Is it? Here we go. All right, over here. Oh, those different circular buildings. Okay, so where was I just looking at? Because that looked like, oh, I was over here. So what's this? A hypermarket. Well, I know what a supermarket is. A hypermarket sounds like it's even bigger and better. Look at the size of this place. All right, that's a good find. All right, so that's what that is. So this is a hypermarket. Now let's see, not very bought up. So again, another great opportunity. We've got a lot of people. Look at how many people are there. Look at how popular this hypermarket is, and look at why it's so popular. This all looks like residential. All around here is residential. This might be a college or something. They've got a track. I don't know what sports are big in Minsk, but we've got a track. It looks like we've got some soccer. So maybe that's a college. I don't know. Let's flip it over to map view and see what it tells us. It looks like a pencil and a ruler. So I'm guessing that's a school. You guys could be doing the Googling for this, but I don't really care. All I care about is we've got traffic nearby, we've got residents nearby, and we've got a shopping center that doesn't have a lot of squares purchased. 37 cents per square, Minsk. Obviously, this is a developed area. This is the capital of the country. So we've got people, this is going to be one of the most expensive countries in the city, which means if I'm advertising anywhere in Belarus, I'm going to be advertising in Minsk. So there's a lot of other variables to consider, but as far as just getting in and trying to find, some countries of value, let's see what's around it. So for 37 cents, what else could we be buying? Samoa Islands, Bermuda Islands, Dominica Island, Rwanda. Not sure how many internet users are there. And I know it's not an island, but I'm just not as familiar with it. Belarus, that's Europe. My theory is that the European countries are probably going to appreciate. This is one of the questions I actually received. I've seen it a few times. I actually just answered it in the comments today. Someone was asking Asia versus I forget which country in Europe, or China versus some country in Europe. I forget which country, but my opinion, my guess is that European countries are going to appreciate faster, just because I think there's more Europeans who are getting into Earth2. People buy what is familiar to them. That's why, the US, we're the first ones to get in. That's why the US is dominating and crushing, and it's the most expensive country. It's just got a lot of Yankees playing it, or buying it, investing it, whatever you want to call. You could, definitely still make some money in these other countries. I've definitely appreciated just fine in just every country. But if you're looking at what countries are going to appreciate the fastest, if you're looking to get some good advertising land to be selling this later on, the reason I like resources is it's not advertising dependent, meaning someone doesn't have to want your land for it to have value. Resources are great for beginners. I explained this in one of my other videos. Maybe I'll have it popping up. But it's great for beginners because even if you're late to the game, you don't have to worry about getting a high density area that might be more expensive or already bought up to have income. Advertisers don't care about you owning, something in the middle of the forest, but you have resources, and that's a good way to generate some passive income because you'll have your natural resources. You can buy, sell, and trade with all that stuff. But if you're still able to sneak into a place like Belarus, which is the capital of the country, and there's still, I could probably find a mall. Let's dig deeper. Let me see if I could find a mall in here. So Belarus. Looking for shopping carts. What else do we have around here? What is this? Titan. What is Titan? Titan Cinema. There's going to be a lot of people going there. Titan Cinema. Titan. Let's click on it. Exhibition and Trade Center. Yeah, definitely going to want to advertise there. Here's a bar. So this looks like a mall. What is this? I don't know because I don't read whatever language they speak there. They've got the courthouse over here. Look at all these cars in the parking lot. Like, this is all stuff that I look for. And look at the way that the urban development is so well thought out, and everything looks very manicured. Everything looks very taken care of. Again, this is a capital city. There's a lot of money in capital cities. It's a very developed, look at the architecture is very nice. They're doing development here. That means there's money still flowing in. Capital cities are always, like, we got a nice little park right here. Another track in a school or something. This looks like an indoor training facility. Soccer. Is this another campus? Ice skating rink. So this area has money. So again, if I was an advertiser, I'm going to be advertising in capital cities first. If I'm advertising in Earth 2.0, I would be looking for the capital cities. Got another outlet mall. Man, am I good or what? All right, so outlet mall. Let's find this. Oh, that was the other one. Never mind, not so good. All right, let's see what else we find. Oh, what is this? Some kind of Ferris wheel. Look at this. Found a water park. Boys and girls, we got ourselves a water park. Oh, actually, I found this before. This is already bought up, I believe. I found this when I was buying Belarus before. Now, I was buying Belarus before. I was buying in this area. There's like a aviation museum somewhere around here, or a war museum or something like that. I was buying the Falcon Club. What is this? I don't recall whether or not I bought this. Oh, yeah, I bought around here. Yeah, here's the other water park. Okay. But I think you guys get Palace of Independence. Let's check these areas out. Let's see how bought up they are. So we were looking around somewhere towards the north. All right, this is looking from there. All right, so this is the water park. Like I said, I think this is very bought up. Yeah, all right, so that's bought up. Now, if you're Russian, or if you know why Russians supposedly have this affinity for Belarus, please let me know in the comments, because that is just something I heard. I cannot confirm it. I don't know any Russians, but wow. You know what? Some of this is probably me. I don't remember what I bought. I'll have to check. But I bought that. I believe that I bought that in my personal account. Oh no, I do believe I gave some of it away as well. So some of it was purchased in this account and already given away. As you guys can see, this account has no land holdings. I'm going to be spending $25.64 tonight. Then I will be giving that away. So that's what I do with this account. So if you want to contribute to this account, help out the channel, enter yourself in to win, you guys know what to do. Use my referral code. Check out the links below. We got a soccer field here. That looks like a practice field. Oh, wait, no, this is a stadium. Stadium seats. It's a lot of eyeballs. Advertisers like eyeballs. What else we got? This is Belarus is wide open, guys. I mean, as of right now. Now you guys are going to get on here in a few weeks, and it's going to be more expensive than it is today. That's just the way it is. If you are still able to find these type of deals, it's still worth jumping on. Man, there's a lot of track field or tracks, a lot of running tracks in Belarus. There must be. Look at this, running fields. These can't all be schools. Everyone loves to run track in Belarus. Track and soccer looks like what they like to do. I'm looking for, so this is an industrial area. Odds are when you start seeing industrial areas around that is still going to be pretty much industrial. You'll see there's shipping containers over here. Looks like we've got shipping containers over here. So it's not going to have a lot of value, in my opinion, for advertising. So this isn't an area that we really want to focus on. But here we go. We have more residential stuff. Oh, we've got a stadium over here. Look at all these seats. Seats equal eyeballs. This is probably already bought up. Yep. All right. So there's definitely some interest in Belarus already. In Minsk. We got another track. But this looks like the center of the city. Yeah. But yeah, man, there's still a lot of deals. A lot of smart places to invest. Here we go, another big parking lot. What is this? Parking lot means it's a shopping center. Ooh, another big parking lot. All right. So what do we got going on here? We got a stadium or something. What is this, a school? Let's see if it'll tell us. Oh, for anybody who can read, I believe that's Russian, but forgive me if I'm incorrect. For anyone who can read that, you have an advantage over myself. I could do some quick Googling to figure it out. Let's see. This looks like a little offshoot. Are we going to do any, sometimes they have these planned developments where they have, a mall in new neighborhoods and everything, and they start making a suburban area. Titan, I think, is going to be a great buy. Titan. So let's look at, oh, here's another shopping center. It looks like, you see these little carts? These carts are a good little indicator. And I do lose track of which screen I'm in, so forgive me. So there's Titan. What is this? Shopping center, little carts, Texas chicken. So this looks like maybe it's a mall of some sort. It's got a bunch of different businesses, a bunch of different retail businesses. And wow, look at all the insignias that come up here. We got a clothing place. We already know there's a cinema there. We've got a burger spot. We've got some kind of little entertainment thing. The Ferris wheel is a little entertainment thing. We've got some bars, shopping, and then that expo center. And then we have the courthouse down here. Not necessarily a huge fan of courthouses, but they do have a lot of traffic. And they also have a lot of bored people sitting and waiting in line, getting on their phone, playing around on AR, watching ads. And if they're watching ads on Earth2, or if they're curious about what is built there in Earth2, they might be looking at your ad. And this looks like an airport that is under construction. So let's see if we've got anybody who's purchased this. Now this will be a little risky, I think, because we can't see where the airport is yet. So I'm not going to really mess with that yet. You might end up buying a tarmac, and I don't think that'll have a whole lot of value. All right, we've got trains. Is this a train station? This looks like a, I don't think that's where the pedestrians get in and out. I like train stations too. Oh, here we go. Here's a train station maybe. All right. It's kind of like satellite. All right, that's some little train station. Let's go back to the map and see if we can find some more train stations. Let's find a big one. Yeah. All right, this maybe. Lenin Square. Satellite. All right. Again, pretty buildings, nice architecture. I would want to see some parking garage. Oh, yep, look at that. It's all bought up. So it tells me, oh, is this a train station? Yep, and it's all bought up. All right, so we're starting to see there is some saturation in this downtown area, but as I showed you guys, there's still plenty of value. Yeah, so I suggest you check out Minsk, and or just use that tactic, those strategies and that mindset to find some other areas. But remember, you start off by figuring out where you want to go. And another thing I could be doing is actually researching the hotspots in Minsk, and that's much easier than just bouncing around. But sometimes you just get lucky. There's sometimes you won't even think about something. What is this? Like sometimes you'll just find something like this, and I have no idea what that is. If it had more parking around it, I'd be more confident in buying it. I don't know. I'm going to play around. I'm definitely going to be doing some investing in Minsk this evening, and check it out, or don't. Use those tactics to find your own spot. Won't hurt my feelings. But what will hurt my feelings is if you watch my videos, you enjoy my information, you don't use my referral code. So if you could please use my referral code. It goes back to you guys. Like I said, someone's going to be getting $25 worth of the land I'm going to be purchasing tonight. Probably purchase some with my own account as well, but I got to spend this. It goes right back to you guys. What do we have here? All right, that's enough. Coming up on a half hour. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and good luck. Happy hunting. Oh, look at that. Nuclear power plant. Interesting. Have a good one.